Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. Today's look is a Raven-inspired makeup. So to start off, I just applied a layer of my foundation to just help even out my skin tone, and then set that with a translucent powder. I found it easier to do one half of my face first, so then I could just mimic it for the other half. So I started with the shadow stick from NYX in electric blue and just applied that down and blended it out with a brush. And then I went over that and around my face with a eyeshadow from Sugar Pill. This color is in Mochi. I applied that along the forehead and cheekbone, and then I took a gel black liner and applied that all over my lid and blended it out with a soft, fluffy brush. Then taking a teal prismatic shadow, I just applied this over top so it would kind of reflect off of the black, and applied a bit more of a blue tone around the sides of it. And then taking a matte black shadow, I just again went around the outside of that and blended it into the wing shape I had already laid out. Using the same eyeshadow that I contoured with, I started creating little wisps just above my eyebrow. This won't really show up when you add the black later, but it kind of just gives a little bit more definition in that area. And then I went back to the black and quickly filled in my brow shape. And then using a black liquid liner, I started creating all the little feathers. So I did my winged liner first. And then just using the brush on the actual liquid liner, I started creating the feathers by making little lines going up in curved shapes, and then just doing tons of little flicks off of those lines. You can create the feather shape by moving upwards with them. It helps to concentrate a lot of the thickness of the feathers towards the base of them, so then by the time you get to the end of the little wisps, you can kind of just fade it off and make it a lot softer. For the cheeks, I wanted to create the same feather work, but I wanted to use a larger brush, so I used my water-activated face paint for it. And you might want to be careful here because it's easy to smudge while it's still wet, but you can still just play that off since you are adding the flicks afterwards anyways. And for this, I just used a really tight angled brush to make the flicks, so it helped fade off on its own by just pulling the brush out and lifting it off the skin. With that same face paint, I just added some dotting definition around the eyes and around the feather designs that we'd already created. And then going back to the teal colors, I quickly contoured my nose just to give it a little bit more shape. And then to add that color towards the jawline and along the neck and chest, I did just use a water-activated face paint. This one is from Kryolan. And I just applied that down so it would easily cover more area than just using a shadow. I did the same with a darker blue face paint from Kryolan as well, and I almost applied this in a little bit more splotchy, kind of in line areas around the teal that we'd already laid down, so they kind of just mesh together and flow in. And then from there, I went back to what I had done along the cheeks, using my black face paint and creating feathers all along the shoulder pieces, in the exact same way that we did along the cheeks.
Standing up a mile high, oh, you fall to give me strength.
Because I almost wanted to hint to this being a full feather shoulder piece, I did just fill in the shoulders with full black and then kind of faded them out with more feathers, so it looked like it was an entire piece sitting on the neck. And then I added more of the dotting detail just to make sure that it kind of flowed and meshed with the face. For the lips, I kept it really simple. I just filled them in with a black liquid liner and kept them to my regular lip shape. And then taking a black eyeshadow, I just did a little bit of definition along the neck and collarbone. Then with the lit glitter adhesive and a sparkly green glitter, I just added this on all of the feathers so it would have a little bit of a reflect whenever I moved. This is a step that you can obviously ignore if you're not a glitter fan, but I just thought it added a little nice touch for interest when catching the light. I added a little bit of the glitter to the lips as well, and then that was actually it for the makeup. I threw on a black and teal lace front wig and a feather mohawk that I made. I also threw on a pair of lashes from Sugar Pill, and that was it for my Raven look. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I, of course, will see you next video, so until then, bye guys!